Hi guys, and welcome back. We are just continuing on with the same piece that I started in my last one with the line art. And for this piece, when I started it out, even before I began sketching it and everything, I wanted to be very specific about the color scheme. I wanted to choose something that I knew from the get-go and I had something to work with, kind of a thing. And for this, I chose a complementary color scheme. So at this point, what I did was I looked up on a website. It's actually called color.adobe.com, and it's really nice because it has a way that you can pick different colors out based on different color schemes like complementary or tertiary or whatever you're feeling, and then you can kind of look at that and base them off of that. So that's where I got the different color schemes at the beginning here, where I just kind of played around with that and found different colors together that I really liked and I was enjoying, and then I was going to do quick little thumbnails with those. In the end, I ended up going with the blue and the orange scheme, which I feel is like the go-to complementary color scheme. It seems like that's always the one that's like used to teach complementary color. That's the one that stands above all the others as being the representative complementary colors. So I don't know how I feel about that, but ultimately it was the one that I felt reflected what I wanted to show in the piece. I wanted it to feel like night, so having the background and all these blues would help with that, but I also wanted this strong, warm light coming from the lantern that she's carrying. So in the end, it worked best for what I wanted to show in the piece. Ultimately, it didn't end up being a super strict, just complementary color situation here. I did mix in a few colors that were a little bit more yellow and a few that are a little bit more green, and that's okay. I feel like the complementary color scheme, it helps to really set things up and act as the backbone and the structure behind the colors, but then I can vary slightly where I need it to be, and it just adds a lot more variety and interest to it, and that way I'm able to show exactly what I want without feeling constricted, but still having the benefits of having a very specific color scheme to work off of. And now that I finally got to the shading side of things, I'm able to really see how the colors are working. When they don't have they don't have the shadow yet, it's really hard to kind of see how it'll turn out, just because it's all very flat colors, and like for the background, they're all very blue. That's not their local color, but without the shadows, it doesn't look that way. It looks like it's almost supposed to be their local color, and yeah, so once I add in the shadow, it really helps give it a lot more form, and it shows the way that I had it in my head. At this point, I usually end up going back and changing some of the colors just because I can see a little bit better where it's headed and what needs to be fixed. I really enjoyed working from a very specific color scheme this time around. Working with something that's a little bit more based in color theory really helped me a lot, I think. Usually when I do it, I just kind of go for it, where I have kind of an idea in my head sometimes, but not always, and then I just kind of throw things down and I experiment with it and I work on it, but it ends up taking quite a bit longer to get it to the point that I like it, or I'm just changing colors over and over and over again. So for this to have a very specific, I knew where the colors are going to go, it helped it a lot. I went way faster on this one than I have on some of my other pieces, at least for the coloring side of things. And there we've got the final piece. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you can see all the future art videos. And until then, I will see you at my next video. Bye!